How's it going, YouTube? I'm back with another review of a pistol that I own. This is one that I just got recently as well. I believe it was about $317. Its MSRP is $379. Of course, I've seen it online from some retailers for like $299 shipped, plus of course your FFL fee. But nonetheless, I'm happy with the price of this. I had one of these before, but gave it away like a fool, and I always regret anytime I've ever gotten rid of a gun of mine. So I eventually was able to get a second one of these really nice little pistols, and it is really little. Of course, let's make sure, safety check it. Nothing in the chamber, visual and physical check. But it's a really nice little gun. And on the Ruger website, they say that it weighs 9.4 ounces unloaded. So let's see, I've got my postage scale here, and let's see if it agrees. So I don't know if you can see that there, but they're calling it 9.68 ounces. Let's see, perhaps that's the weight with no magazine. 8.54. So I don't know where they get their 9.4 ounces. Of course, it is unloaded. There's no accessories, so I don't know where that came from. But 8.5 ounces with no magazine, that's pretty amazing. Even sitting at almost 7 ounces with the magazine unloaded, of course, that's a very light gun. A reference for lightness, my first concealed carry pistol was a Smith & Wesson Ultra Airweight, 442, and it comes in with the Crimson Trace grips at 14.49 ounces, and that is an incredibly light gun. So this just though feels amazing. I got this the other day, and like I said, I put about 100 rounds through it yesterday. Flawless, just flawless, as my first one was as well. I've never had a failure to fire, never had a failure to eject, no stovepiping, nothing at all. And I put several hundred rounds through these by now. So I'm going to take it down and just show you some of the basic parts. Of course, it comes with a 6-round magazine, just one, and it does have a second little base plate that acts sort of as a finger extender. It doesn't give you any additional capacity, but it does let you get your pinky at least on there. I don't have particularly large hands, but you can see that my second finger barely fits on the gun, but that's alright. So after safety checking it, to take it down, you just push back the slide a little bit, gently pry out this takedown pin, which is held in by a little spring, and then pull the slide and barrel assembly off. Then there is a double spring to slide in the barrel. That's all there is to it in this neat little gun. And just to give you an idea of the weights of these individual pieces, the frame itself, 3.19 ounces. The barrel, 0.96 ounces, less than an ounce on the barrel itself. And here's the majority of the weight is that slide there, 4.15 ounces. But it's a very nice little pistol. It's been very reliable. It's amazingly concealable. I can get away with wearing a t-shirt and shorts, no problem. There's nobody can see it at all. It's the smallest thing ever. They also make a holster that you can put it in your back pocket, and it conceals it like a wallet. Those are very concealable. I've been thinking about getting one of those as well. But I got this piece for those times when as a lawful CCW holder that you want to conceal in places that usually they don't want to know anything about it. I mean, sometimes employers, sometimes, you know, anywhere you want to go in shorts and a t-shirt and not have to really dress down or cover up with anything big and bulky on a hot summer day or whatever, this is a great option. It holds 6+1 of the 380, which does not seem like too bad of a cartridge, honestly. Here are my 2 loads that I generally carry. This is the one I carry most often. Don't know if you can see in there. It's a Federal 90 grain Federal Hydroshock, and this is a 90 grain Hornady XTP. I've heard great things about the Hydroshock, so that's my daily carry. But yeah, it's a fine little pistol. I'm able to get really good accuracy with it, surprisingly, considering it has essentially no sights. That front sight, it's barely the merest suggestion of a bump, and those back sights, I mean, they're not going to snag in your clothing upon drawing, but they are minuscule. That being said, once you learn how to shoot with it, even out to 15 yards or so, I was getting fairly nice groupings, and I was able to hit a soda can, you know, 5 out of 6 times, maybe 6 out of 6 if I was doing well. But it's surprisingly a little tack driver. It's got a double action only trigger that is really quite nice. It's a crisp draw. Almost no resistance until about here it starts getting resistance, and it's a really nice crisp release. It's not, I would say it's probably going to be, I don't know, in the 6-pound, 7-pound range, something like that. It's significantly easier than my Smith & Wesson J-frame, double action only, and it just shoots very nice. It doesn't have very aggressive recoil, so it's fairly comfortable to shoot. Even after I shot 100 rounds yesterday, no pain, of course. It's a small little round. It's a really light little gun, but it does a really nice job of dealing with whatever recoil that round may be able to produce, and result in a accurate shooting and fun shooting little pistol that I would be very confident carrying as a daily carry. That being said, the only shortcoming I've found so far is after a single day of carrying it inside the waistband. I work indoors, but sometimes the nature of my work, it can become physical, and you can draw a sweat. But nothing, it's not like being a roofer or anything, not a torrential downpour or anything. And the surface of the slide that was in contact with my body when I pulled it out of the slide, or out of the holster after work, had developed some surface rust just after that brief time. So I know they make a stainless version of this, but I've never actually seen one in the stores. This is the version I've always seen. So that concerns me a little bit as for a daily carrying weapon, and I might ultimately investigate doing some sort of coating on the slide to prevent rust from developing as I carry it in the long run. But it's a really nice little piece that I feel very confident about my abilities to make contact with my shots and place them well, and to be able to consistently carry and easily conceal this fine little pistol. I know it's been out for a while, and everybody's done a review of the LCP by now, so it's kind of old news, but it's new to me, and probably didn't cover anything that you guys don't know, but I enjoy talking about my toys, and I enjoy hearing what you guys have to say about your gear. So take it easy. Thanks a lot, everybody. Happy shooting, and stay safe.